So I've got some pretty cool, interesting stories for you today about the MCU, so let's get into the video. So it appears that Wolverine might have been created during Avengers Endgame, or he could have existed all along. Now I know there is so many theories about Avengers Endgame, about Wolverine supposing to be in it. He didn't physically show up in it, but if this is real, then he was kind of formed in it. So what is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the future of the MCU. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the pop culture content. We are giving away Endgame on Blu-ray, 4K or DVD. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel so you know if you win. And also let me know down below why you should win. So I've got about 4 stories to go over. The first one is the one that people is thinking now Wolverine exists. So beforehand, multiple theories about how Endgame would lay the path for the X-Men and Fantastic Four to arrive in Endgame, and Galactus, Cyclops, so many characters that was supposed to be in the post-credit scene for this movie. You know, all the Galactus is coming, and it never happened. So Thanos' helicopter blade weapon has caused a lot of controversy in the fandom. It has proven to be stronger than vibranium when the villain used it to destroy Captain America's shield, which is vibranium, which until now is the strongest, I guess you could say, metal in the MCU. As the toughest metal on Earth, in the comics, though, there is one substance that is even stronger, being Adamantium. And this is where the controversy is going around about Wolverine appearing. Most known to Marvel lovers as the alloy that Logan's skeleton is encased in. So hence why you could say it's an Easter egg in a way. So in the Endgame commentary, director Joe Russo suggests Eitri could have made the blade for Thanos. However, the dwarf of Nandavir traditionally used the mystical metal Uru for their creation. As we know, Uru and vibranium are virtually as strong as each other. If you recall back in Avengers, Thor attacks Captain Shield with his hammer, causing a massive blowback of energy, but leaving the two weapons intact. So Adamantium is really the only element it can be. So if this is true, then it's a Weapon X, it's a Wolverine Easter egg cameo, kind of saying that Adamantium blade is made of that and it's not made of vibranium, which is pretty interesting. But what happens to the potential that the blade, once Thanos was dusted, where would it vanish to? And also the possibility that it could be disregarded or abandoned on the battlefield. Spider-Man Homecoming and other MCU entries have proven that dangerous alien technology left behind from the Avengers exploits often happen on the black market. Perhaps the blade falls into the wrong hands and the creators of the MCU Weapon X or something like that. But it's very interesting how, you know, you could say Wolverine has a new backstory, so to speak. Maybe. So did Wolverine secretly appear? Kind of. Is his origin story going to come from Thanos' blade? Maybe, maybe not. So also in the news, so there's a story going around that Red Hulk was supposed to feature in Endgame. Maybe, but it's been blown out of proportion by many people. So according to Marcus, the version of Red Hulk was nearly in Endgame, but not really, because Red Hulk isn't Bruce Banner. So if Bruce Banner went red, then it's not really Red Hulk, is it? So he said this: I entertained the idea for about a day. Red Hulk is a completely different character in the comics. It really would have just been Hulk changing color temporarily. That's not a character change though. If there is a future for Red Hulk, William Hurt as a superhero can turn into Red Hulk, who is Thunderbolt Ross. That would make a lot more sense. So essentially what was going to happen is when Thanos kind of forced the Hulk to do the snap and bring everything back, because essentially everything happened because of Thanos. Essentially what was going to happen was the Hulk screamed out in pain and he was going to turn red temporarily, but I believe the main reason they didn't do it was because obviously the Hulk is owned by Universal Studios, so they would need permission from Universal to do that in theory. Now everyone is saying that obviously the Red Hulk is supposed to appear, but Thunderbolt Ross essentially is the Red Hulk. So if that was to happen, then that would have to happen in the movie, and it would have to be him, not Bruce Banner. It is interesting. It's also kind of similar to the situation when Joss Whedon considered featuring Grey Hulk whenever the character was under Scarlet Witch's spell back in 2015 in Age of Ultron, but that never happened either. So something quite interesting came out of Empire magazine recently. Producer Kevin Feige indicated that there was a vision of the story where Thanos had completely taken over Earth in 2023, and when the Avengers returned from the timeline and the time heist, they find the Mad Titan waiting for them with mountains of skulls. Which, guys, it's freaking insane. Like I said, Endgame was a very good movie, but the bits that all the director, obviously Kevin Feige, these screenwriters keep coming out with, we feel like we've been robbed because, like, yeah, you could have had this. Now, how cool would Thanos be on the throne with many dead bodies, many skulls around him? That would have been a freaking insane thing to see. If it actually happened, it's like they're saying, you could have had this, but we're going to tell you 3 months after the movie's been out that we could have had this, but we didn't. So I really wish they made a different version of this movie, as that would be freaking awesome if we did get that. That would have been so damn cool. The superhero production house reigned in their impulses, apparently, by deciding not to include the skulls of the dead people vanished into a makeshift throne. They also cut out a scene of Captain America's head being thrown at him in the current day. Now, also, that would have been pretty cool as well. Now, Christopher, Marcus, and Stephen McFeely decided to alter the structure of the plot. Instead of focusing on playing up the challenge of Thanos in the timeline, instead of having him murder beloved characters, the writers explained that they had to balance fan service whilst storytelling, which was a different story that served as a culmination of the franchise thus far. Which, yeah, guys, we kind of understand. But they keep trolling us with stuff that we could have had. We had the Living Tribunal scene that could have been in the movie. We had Doctor Strange taking Thanos through a nightscape, a mindscape even, which would have been absolutely insane if we seen that. So there is a theory going around, which technically I deem myself as being the original person to start it. About 10, 11 months ago, I said that Thanos created Galactus when he snapped in the quantum realm. And now there's a theory going around that there's a backup plan, and we've done a video on it, but I briefly want to talk about it because originally it's my theory that's going around. It's just a rejigged version of it. So everyone is talking about the fact that Thanos created the backup plan being Galactus. Now, the only plot hole this would be, in order to have Galactus in the MCU, there would have to be a reason for the planet-eating character to come and eat Earth, or else why would they do that? Obviously, Thanos' plan was to destroy half of everything. So introducing Galactus this early, it's not really feasible. It wouldn't have really made any sense. I mean, I think in 5 to 10 years time, maybe in phase 5, Galactus coming through would be awesome. And we do know that Wolverine would be coming through. So if it is the metal that Wolverine, Logan's claws are made out of in the future, that would be very interesting. So I'm pretty sure, guys, this will be the last video I do talking about Endgame things, because the movie came out in April. We're now in August, shortly hitting September. So hopefully this will be the last video I make. But guys, let me know, is it an Easter egg, or do you believe this does sanction that they did essentially have an MCU origin story for Wolverine, which could be awesome? Or is it just an Easter egg? Because it seems every other day of the week there's a new Easter egg, there's a new kind of director, screenwriter, or Kevin Feige coming out saying, yeah, we could have done this, but we just decided not to do this. It's kind of like saying, yeah, you could have had this, but we didn't give you this. So it's interesting. Red Hulk, yeah, maybe we get Red Hulk in the future. Maybe we get She-Hulk in the future. But those rights are owned by Universal. And there was a special deal to have Hulk in 3 movies, being Thor 3, Infinity War, and obviously Endgame. So Hulk's over for now. Although we do know Mark Ruffalo's had conversations with Kevin Feige. And they do have future plans for Hulk, but we will never get the standalone Hulk movie that everyone wants, will we? So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. It will be awesome. We really want to hit 100,000 subscribers. When we do, I will give away a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X. Either and or, it's going to be freaking insane. We are about 30,000 subscribers off it, so if we do ever hit it, we will give that away. So like always, guys, requested videos, just go to your email address, warstubusiness@gmail.com, or Instagram DM me at warstu. I do literally reply back to everyone eventually. So like always, guys, I'm trying to interact with you guys different, and we will be bringing out much new content next week while staying grounded around the MCU, because there's nothing better to talk about online than the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.